Story 1. It was supposed to be a solo weekend. Just a man, his gear, and the forest. Jacob Holt was an experienced hiker. He had done parts of the Appalachian Trail and Mount Rainier. But this trip was meant to be quite simple. He set up camp deep in Olympic National Park and left a note at the ranger station saying he'd be back. Sunday evening, he never came back. Search and rescue found his tent still staked down, undisturbed. His pack was beside it, even his boots, but no sign of Jacob. Dogs couldn't pick up a scent. Drones found nothing, but one searcher reported something odd. They heard whistling, 3 long whistles spaced out like a signal. When they whistled back, silence. Then, a 4th whistle, much closer, but no one was there. Weeks passed. The case went cold. Until one morning, Jacob's phone pinged a cell tower nearly 60 miles away, in the middle of tribal land where no trails led. The phone was never recovered, and Jacob was never seen again. Some say he was taken. Others say he saw something he wasn't supposed to. A shadow in the trees, a voice behind the whistle, whatever it was. It's still out there, waiting. Story 2. In 2008, a young couple moved into a rental in rural Missouri. The house was cheap, but they were newly married and needed to save. Strange things started the first night. The digital clocks in the house were always wrong. Not just the wrong time, they were out of sync with each other. Microwaves, stoves, phones, always different. Then came the shadows. The wife, Emily, swore she saw her husband walk into the kitchen at 2:45 a.m. only to find him asleep in bed when she checked seconds later. Lights would flicker when they spoke certain phrases. Objects moved, but only when you looked away, never in front of your eyes. But the worst came when Emily found the old journal, stuffed behind the basement insulation. It belonged to a former tenant. The entries were frantic. Time doesn't move the same here. I saw myself outside the window. He said he was me and that this place belongs to him now. The couple left within a week. Later, they discovered the house sat over a fault line, not a seismic one, but a magnetic anomaly. Locals call it the loop, where time bends, where people see themselves leave before they ever arrive. Story 3. Lisa and Mark had their first child in 2016. Like most new parents, they bought a video baby monitor. It was something simple, just audio and night vision. At first, it worked fine. But at night they started hearing strange static, sometimes a faint clicking. They assumed it was interference until the voice came through. "He's awake." Lisa rushed to the nursery, but their son was asleep. The next night it said, "He's cold." Lisa unplugged the monitor. But when she walked into the room, it whispered again, this time not through the speaker, but from the crib. Mark thought she was exhausted, hallucinating, until he saw it himself. One night, the monitor activated on its own, and the screen flickered. There was something in the room, not a person, not a shadow. A shape crawling across the floor, then vanishing as it reached the crib. They threw the monitor away, bought a new one, different brand. But it happened again. This time, the voice said something else. "Thank you for letting me back in." A tech-savvy friend pulled the device logs. He found hidden firmware not from the manufacturer, and access logs from outside the country. But Lisa is convinced it wasn't hacked, because no one explained why the voice always knew her son's name, or why it now sometimes whispers from the closet.